Everyone talks about courage like it's some kind of superpower you're either born with or you're not. But here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Courage isn't the opposite of fear. It's just what we call it when you've run out of options. I'm telling you all right now. I didn't go to Blackstone Castle because I was brave. I went because I was invisible. When you have something to lose, you're cautious. When you have everything to lose, you're dangerous. But when you've already lost your sense of self-worth. I've spent the last 4 years working the night shift at a dingy hotel that smells exclusively of cigarette smoke, cheap disinfectant, and forgotten lives. I'm 26, but if you asked my boss, he probably couldn't tell you my last name. Last Tuesday, he called me a glorified key pusher, because I didn't smile enough while a late-night guest yelled about the broken ice machine. I just took it. I didn't get angry. I didn't even feel insulted. That's the problem. When you spend 18 years being the reliable one, the one who survives the car crash that kills her parents, the one who works double shifts to pay for a sister's medical bills, you stop being a person. You become a utility. My sister, Lily, is the only thing that makes me feel seen. And now, the doctors say she's dying. The villagers told me the Alpha King's castle devours the weak. They warned me that no human survives a single night because the shadows eat your soul. I almost laughed. My soul has been on a starvation diet since I was 15. So, I'm standing at the gates of this gothic nightmare. Before we step through the gates of Castle, the Alpha King has a message for you. Hit the subscribe button and join our pack chapter 1. The Castle Awakens. The entry hall is the kind of place where sound goes to die. My footsteps echo against stone floors so cold I can feel it through my boots, each step sending a sharp chill up my spine. The ceiling vaults upward into shadows so thick they might as well be solid, and stained glass windows stretch along the walls depicting scenes I really wish I hadn't noticed. Wolves tearing into each other, battles frozen in colored glass, blood rendered in deep crimson shards that catch what little moonlight filters through. It's like walking into a cathedral designed by something that hated God. Hello. My voice sounds small, swallowed by the vastness. Russell, Alpha King, Your Majesty, I'm here for the bargain. Nothing. Just my words bouncing back at me, getting quieter with each echo until they fade into that oppressive silence. Then his voice comes from everywhere and nowhere at once, rumbling through the stone itself. The rules are simple, human. Survive until dawn. Do not leave. Do not beg. If you survive, I grant your wish. If you don't, the castle decides. I don't have much left to keep, I muttered. A soft, dark chuckle echoed through the rafters. We'll see about that, Olivia Barr. He knew my name. That was the first time I felt a spark of actual fear. Not because I was afraid to die, but because for the first time in 10 years, someone was actually looking at me. Chapter 2. First Trial, The Hunt. The growling starts low, like distant thunder rolling through the corridors. I freeze. Listening. It's coming from everywhere at once, echoing off stone walls until I can't tell which direction is safe. Then I see them, shadows peeling away from the darkness, taking shape. Wolves. Massive, translucent things with eyes that glow like embers and teeth that look solid enough to rip flesh. I run. My hotel training never covered being chased by supernatural predators, but panic is a universal language. The wolves move with terrifying intelligence, cutting off corridors, herding me deeper into the castle. My lungs burn. My legs scream. And then I see it. Massive double doors standing open, revealing floor-to-ceiling bookshelves that stretch into darkness. I throw myself inside. The wolves stop at the threshold, snarling, pacing, but not entering. Libraries are sanctuaries. Apparently even in nightmare castles. I catch my breath, hands shaking, and notice a book lying open on a reading table. Like it's been waiting for me. The pages detail Russell's history. Over 500 years old, first Alpha King, conquered every werewolf territory through sheer brutal power. But one line catches my attention. Only one whose will cannot be broken may stand beside the king. This isn't random wish-granting. He's searching for something. Someone. Glass shatters behind me. The wolves breach the library. Sanctuary broken. I run again, find a spiral staircase, climb until my legs give out. The door at the top opens into a tower room where he's waiting. Russell, sitting in a massive chair, silhouetted against moonlight streaming through arched windows. "You're faster than the last one," he says without turning. I'm gasping too hard to be polite. There was a last one? 3 months ago. He lasted 2 hours before he begged me to end it. What did you do? He finally turns, and those golden eyes pin me in place. I let him leave. He died of fear a week later. My stomach drops. So the castle doesn't actually kill people. It doesn't have to. Fear does the work. He pauses, studying me like I'm a specimen under glass. Why are you here, human? My sister is dying. I need you to save her. He stands, and I have to tilt my head back to keep eye contact. He's massive, over 7 feet of pure predator, all muscle and contained violence. And you think your life is worth trading for hers? I meet his gaze despite every instinct screaming at me to look away. I think her life is worth me trying. Something shifts in his expression. Respect, maybe. Or curiosity. We'll see. He walks past me toward the door, close enough that I feel the heat radiating from him. The wolves won't touch you in this room. You have until moonset. Then he's gone, and I'm alone with the ticking clock. The castle has me now. And it's just getting started. Chapter 3. The second trial, guilt. When moonset comes, the tower room door opens on its own. The corridor beyond isn't castle stone anymore. It's wallpaper. Faded floral print I haven't seen in 11 years. My childhood home materializes around me like a wound reopening, and I hear voices drifting from the living room, my parents, arguing about money, about bills, about things that won't matter in 24 hours. I follow the sound even though every part of me wants to run. They're there. Mom and Dad, solid as memory, reenacting the night before the crash. Young Olivia sits on the stairs, 7 years old, crying because she doesn't understand why grown-ups yell. I try to speak to them, but they can't hear me. I'm a ghost in my own past. Then the scene violently shifts. I'm standing at the crash site, watching paramedics pull my teenage self from the wreckage while my parents lie covered under white sheets. Memory me screams. Why did I survive? Why me? The castle is digging into my survivor's guilt like a scalpel finding bone. Another shift. Hospital room. Current day. Lily in the bed, pale and dying, exactly how I left her. But when she looks at me, her eyes are wrong. Cold. You let them die, Phantom Lily says. Now you're letting me die too. My chest cracks open. I'm trying. I'm here. I'm doing everything I can. It's not enough. It's never enough. The words hit like fists because part of me believes them. Then Russell appears, solid and real among the phantoms. The castle feeds on guilt. It will show you this until you break. I wipe my eyes, refusing to look away from Phantom Lily. Then I guess I'll be seeing this a lot. He studies me with those unreadable golden eyes. You're not running. Where would I go? The guilt comes with me either way. Something passes between us, understanding, maybe. He waves his hand and the phantoms dissolve like smoke. The hospital room fades back into Castlestone. Why did you do that? I ask. Because you passed. You didn't run from it. You didn't beg me to make it stop. He pauses. You accepted it. He offers his hand. It's the first time he's touched me willingly. Come. There's still more to face. I take his hand. It's warm. Impossibly warm for someone who feels like death incarnate. And for the first time since entering this nightmare, I'm not alone. Russell leads me to a dining hall that shouldn't exist in a place this cursed. Long tables stretch beneath vaulted ceilings, covered with food, actual food, not phantoms or tricks. Roasted meat, bread that's still warm, Fruit so ripe I can smell it from the doorway. My stomach clenches painfully. With the time distortion, I have no idea how long it's been since I've eaten. A day. 2. Eat, Russell says, gesturing to a chair. You'll need your strength. I don't move. What's the catch? No catch. The castle tests will. I test survival instinct. Refusing food out of paranoia is stupidity, not strength. Fair point. I sit and eat cautiously at first, then ravenously, tearing into bread like I'm starving. Which I am. Russell watches from across the table with that unreadable expression, and somehow his scrutiny doesn't make me self-conscious. I'm too hungry to care. Tell me about your sister, he says. I swallow, wiping my mouth. Lily. She's 19. Smart as hell, wants to be a teacher. She's the kind of person who remembers everyone's birthday and leaves encouraging notes in library books. My throat tightens. It's not fair. She's dying and she's never done anything to deserve it. He listens with an attentiveness that feels almost human. When I finish, silence stretches between us until I can't stand it anymore. Why do you do this? I ask. The challenge, the wish-granting. What do you get out of it? Russell is quiet for so long I think he won't answer. Then, I'm looking for someone. Someone who can survive your castle. Someone who can survive me. The vulnerability in that admission cracks something open between us. I study his face, the hard angles, the golden eyes that have seen centuries of loneliness, and suddenly I understand. You're lonely. His expression hardens immediately. I'm a king. I'm never alone. That's not the same thing. We're sitting close now, close enough that I can feel the heat radiating from him. The predator-slash-prey dynamic shifts into something I don't have a name for. Something dangerous in a completely different way. Russell stands abruptly, putting distance between us. The night isn't over. The final trial begins at the darkest hour. Then he's gone, leaving me alone with the realization that the Alpha King isn't just testing me. He's hoping I'll pass. The castle goes completely dark. Not the darkness of night or shadows. This is absence. A void that swallows everything, including the concept of light itself. I'm standing in absolute nothingness, and then I hear it, my own voice, speaking from the dark. Why are you fighting so hard to live? For Lily, I answer automatically. Liar. She'd understand if you gave up. She'd forgive you. My breath catches. I can't give up. Why? What's so special about your life? You're ordinary. Expendable. A glorified key pusher at a dingy hotel. Wouldn't it be easier to just stop? This isn't guilt or fear. This is existential despair, the castle cutting straight to the bone. I don't know. The void shifts, showing me a vision. Lily, healthy and smiling, living a full life. Teaching children. Getting married. Growing old. All without me. She doesn't need you, my voice says. She'll be saved regardless. Russell will grant the wish even if you fail, he's already decided. So why are you still here? What are you fighting for? The question breaks me open because I've been using Lily as an excuse. The real question isn't whether she deserves to live. It's whether I do. Flashbacks flood through me. 3 years at that hotel, smiling through insults, working doubles, drowning in debt, visiting Lily between shifts. Have I actually been living? Or just surviving? Answer me. Why should you live? The truth comes quietly. Because I want to. That's not enough. It's everything. My voice grows stronger. I want to live. Not for Lily. Not to earn anything. Just because I do. Because I'm allowed to want that. The void shatters like glass. I'm standing in a beautiful chamber, moonlight streaming through arched windows. Russell waits by the window, silhouetted against the breaking dawn. You found your answer, he says. I meet his eyes, exhausted but clear. I chose myself. That doesn't make me selfish. Something that might be a smile touches his face. No. It makes you worthy. Outside the windows, dawn bleeds gold across the horizon. I survived the night. Russell's throne room is bathed in dawn light, turning the Gothic stone into something almost beautiful. I stand before him, exhausted and transformed, as he speaks from his throne. You survived. Name your wish. Save my sister. Cure her. Give her a full life. He nods once, then speaks in a language I don't understand, ancient, guttural, powerful. I feel the magic ripple outward like a shockwave, traveling beyond the castle walls, beyond distance itself. Somehow I know it's done. Your sister will wake tomorrow, fully healed, Russell says. She'll live a long, healthy life. Thank you. The relief should overwhelm me, but there's something else tangled with it. Something I can't name. You're free to leave. The gates will open for you. I don't move. Russell's expression becomes carefully neutral. Or you can stay. Why would I stay? He steps down from the throne, approaching with that predator's grace. This close, I can see the vulnerability beneath the power. Because you've proven yourself. Because you're the first human in 500 years to pass every trial. Because. He stops, and for the first time, he looks uncertain. Because I'm asking you to. As what? A curiosity. A trophy. As my equal. As my mate. The word hits me like lightning. Mate. The fated bond. He knew from the moment I entered, but I had to prove myself first. You knew this whole time? I hoped. But hope means nothing if you choose to leave. I face the choice head-on, return to my human life, Lily saved, debt waiting, the hotel night shift, invisibility. Or stay in Russell's world, dangerous and supernatural, but alive in a way I've never been. The void's question echoes. What are you fighting for? If I stay. I meet his golden eyes. I'm not your subject. I'm not your pet. I stand beside you as an equal. His eyes blaze with intensity. I wouldn't have it any other way. Then I'll stay. Russell closes the distance and kisses me, passionate but tender, claiming but also surrendering. The castle responds. Candles flare to life, shadows retreat. The oppressive atmosphere lifts like a weight removed. It's no longer a prison. It's home. Thank you for watching this story till the end. If you enjoyed it, the next story is already waiting for you.